Now, and the question of the day, a very, very tricky question. Your question of the day is proudly sponsored by Alaska Star Enterprise. Alaska Star Enterprise. And I am face them. The authorities is office ama YFA Alaska Star Enterprise. Now, Daruma. Then the question of the day is who among these players do you think deserves the African Footballer of the Year? It's the question I hear Bisana say players me saying why no ususu say African best player no yen fama no Footballer of the Year Africa. Among 4 dream on Ballon d'Or and no problem. Yen the African best yen Mohamed Salah, Victor Osimhen, Ashraf Hakimi, why and NJ Player of the Year, African Footballer of the Year. Chirawa Jane, our Facebook. My boss is here. Facebook, Lawson TV, our Facebook. Kwame.
Well,
and that question in you.
Yeah, I think a good question and a tough one. So because say we 3 players here on Modasuya, I believe will be a good season individually. On say every award be award. And the criteria you did not so I timi edition here the Massa Award no. So over Africa say now Kokafa criteria now you di African best player no. Sa criteria no baako individual performance. Individual performance what team you put it up. Sa period no and answer sa year no. Then you baba be achievements. Then na ultimate ye how are we discipline? Sanyo mani nyina na okaboma eya na yede ehwede yedi sa awards no. Enkwaku se wo hwe Mohamed Salah, to be honest with you, this season individual performance Mohamed Salah eteke 34 goals, 23 assists in all competition, being the top scorer English Premier League, or winning the best player England. Say individually na the performance no was through. Then share collective achievement the also timi ya otimi the Premier League, which a big trophy Mohamed Salah edebe Canadian no ho. But what share Hakimi Ashraf or your right back individual performance Hakimi Ashraf etike as a right back on expect to say obema on numbers see ka goals ontimi Mohamed Salah ontimi Victor Osimhen mu goals because oye defender but otimi ma on 9 goals 14 assists in all competition. So individual performance Hakimi Ashraf eteke then about achievement any the oje na yen oje treble oje trophies akesia na all competing nyina so e ho no teke oche Victor Osimhen or call Turkey no or sako dominate wo ho 37 goals in our competition 8 assists eje top scorer e wo Turkey eje league SRG Turkish cup no so we check Abrante friend is Victor Osimhen or take individual performance collective achievements so take so kwaku 3 players ni nyina no individual performance omo ho collective achievement obi agi trophy enti eba down to why na ne die no eduo and to me want say Hakimi Ashraf achievement this season no I was so saying Mohamed Salah die I was so saying Victor Osimhen die numbers ne die Salah numbers Victor Osimhen numbers Hakimi Ashraf defender untimi mfa numbers enjaje no but no pokra numbers so make it for himself no na was through the individual performance that was through and in terms of achievement no so no na the enemy edu essence are 2 players na so maybe need to be honest with you a difficult and a tight race a tight power by me tepo Hakimi Ashraf
me person be south say we've talked about numbers and a collective achievement na impacts sa individual no have no open no club no so way
omo nyina impact
into one and any impact so pa
say impact ne pa de say uhwem pa de Mohamed Salah impact na was pa Mohamed Salah impact na was because so check the number of goals contribution na Mohamed Salah enya in the Premier League now check goals are Liverpool for share yom the Premier League now Mohamed Salah impact na was the same thing applies to Victor Osimhen then Hakimi Ashraf kwaku say okay ka nyoma na omugina so di to aba no criteria na say offer ni nyina 111 de ne de no meka say Hakimi Ashraf eno mean say for the 2 seasons ni o Bako time Victor Osimhen age no Hakimi Ashraf di second Ana Ademola Lookman age no Hakimi Ashraf di second so for the third time
a sympathy voter na.
Ibi sa mo check. Say, senior man Salah
Afi Salah so he has done very well.
Salah ya de do.
He has some more.
Salah ya de. Omo nyina ya de, but I think say Hakimi Ashraf sa UEFA Champions League no ojeka won no. And na ma ni mu ayedu.
And was a final.
Asem no.
Isaac Combat say Hakimi. Bra attitude say Mohamed Salah. Acoustic Nana Kweku say Hakimi because he's won everything in Europe. Well, Rudy Rich as Salah. Okay, Kojo Ampoma as Hakimi. Nana ya Wamponsa Boatson says Salah. Hey, I'm on for Choma Junior. Arno Johnson say Hakimi. Teofilo Samu as Kweku show no live from Kuwait. Okay, Michael Chilovitz as say one for the Uchu Sunamba or so enjoy show no live. Monsieur from Favorson or say Hakimi, oh Hakimi. Kojo Paradise say Hakimi. Also Safo Isaiah or say Hakimi. And to Ghana focus on much of my biggie. Also, Jinahi.
Meko for Mohamed Salah.
Okay.
Yes, my main shot here from Victor Osimhen as a player. Victor Osimhen, baby, I will free by last 2 seasons. On the African best footballer. Performance or dynasty with Napoli. And the consistency, when the game, many idea boy, Napoli to make the Scudetto. At that time, the impact with team was felt. In fact, he was the top scorer in the Napoli team. We are known if you want man. In the Italian Serie A, or no top scorer with Italian Serie A anymore. And he gave a dominant performance. The impact was great. League nana obonim, any team nana osia kind, and so a woman. He was a star performer for Napoli Boboko, and eventually nobody money so and he won the African best footballer of the year. And moving on from there. Performance our dine do taking numbers our goals are watching and how good he's been since joining the Turkish league, you know. Performance and I was through. We goals are watching every one of my as we speak. He's the foreign importer watching the most goals our Turkish league. Obian one ma or your foreigner. Our team the Victor Osimhen. Our Turkish league. Clearly, a branch anymore when we talk about impact, he's been there. French Cup Nimuno or share 5 goals. Go in the finals. Otimi share 2 goals. And the 2 goals or share any kahun. And a team my friend is a Galatasaray. The French Cup. I'm sorry, the Turkish Cup. And so our finals nimu. It's the performance and our through impact and our and collectively Wabuam the team. And so any laurels. It is a Obama or fighting for such prestigious award. Ubetimin penny for he's a quality player. No doubt about it. Ashraf Hakimi, Nemodimo was so seriously speaking. Or Champions League nimu ball our body this season. Diama Paris Saint-Germain. Kwaku is not just a team player. He's been an interior member. When it comes to say Paris Saint-Germain, a Champions League, you know. We are only figure my league and so no. The performance I was through as a defender, numbers are or diama goals are watching, assist wama, any idea clearly. You know. And the trophies are what JJ. Who you know Baba Beckham say or vie for the African best player. And your problem, not at all, because he's shown that kind of quality consistently this season. Open one of the players on my bomb more than Paris Saint-Germain. But maybe problem and they say in the Paris Saint-Germain team, was he the best player? Now we'll be talking about impact. To me, he wasn't. Say me top 5 best players for Paris Saint-Germain team in Mkra. Me Ashraf Hakimi in count. Yeah.
Top 5
men fan count.
PSG.
Yes, Paris Saint-Germain.
Players any impact with team.
With team so this season.
Obabubi ana.
I will met me Abububi. Osman Dembele. Desire Doué. 2. Vitinha. João Neves. Okay. And then maybe Nuno Mendes.
Okay.
Nuno Mendes numbers in Nisro. But why it matters most to stop certain players do their job in Ayanko, and he's always been there. And Ashraf Hakimi has been very good, and there's no doubt about it. But players, he hasn't been the best player this particular season for Paris Saint-Germain. Mohamed Salah, talking about impact. That is the key word, impact. Or Mohamed Salah numbers. Our Premier League this season. The numbers, our Liverpool team this season. Mohamed Salah is the reason in Ayaka Liverpool Premier League champions. Wama that numbers are a bit me a carry team no, and so they are baby said Mukobia. Who you only free one man. There are certain players Kwaku. Meka say he's a top of the mind player. Make a top of the mind player. Ubo Liverpool team now. first player in the team baba be si utrimi ehwan ya Mohamed Salah. He's the face of the team. He's the best player for the team. And for me, ono to so atimi abon ho modern e dia agi league ni nso bi. For Achraf Hakimi, collectively only the team no that splendid to win the treble, get the Champions League the first time for Paris Saint-Germain. Anyone who has a player and getting it for the second time, he hasn't been bad. But I feel that per impact and the consistency, and so our league this particular season there, Meko for Mohamed Salah, I feel he deserves it. And the previous two winners, no marginal. Kwaku Obiano Oje treble, Obiano Oje Champions League. Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman. So clearly I'll go for Mohamed Salah. I feel he deserves it more than any other player.
There is a Osimhen performance in the year. Yen is in Chenkakra.
Yeah, but baby, you could play, you know.
Galatasaray. Inti Yenshanam Fanyasa Biasa.
Yes, league, you know, Amana BBO. He only showed say he's a consistent performer and he's a good player. Senko Ko make us say comparatively, league what form Kakana went to me and performing. And can only be the home como. Say Obia. Yeah, bigger moves, bigger opportunities, amano. Now, if you say you're one of the top most strikers for Africa, Wakwa Pimo take you one to me and more, and can never young come but at least Okoko Pimo no to me boy any day. He's done well, but comparatively, league now from Kaka compared to the top 5 leagues, and I believe say only be Victor Osimhen and so the Efrim Kwaku. Between Salah and Achraf Hakimi, and I'll go for Mohamed Salah.
I'm watching the show live from Obuasi. I'll go for Hakimi. Salah won only a trophy. Okay, Mate, inti among focus who are much so much Ibisi Hakimi, bright appear say Hakimi all day. Say among for coming. I'm just wishing for say one day be yeah one discussions nanka ye king nanka Ghana play be shenfin fin ya de woody home komo. What I say but a hard dream pa kwame.
I share the reality so a hard dream there, but I share the reality how I say. Your players need me ambassador top level no nti say player Ghana for enim so bit ma ba do some pempen so no akwa Mohamed Kudus because on na say or ya bensa and say Mohamed Kudus be do some pempen so na I believe there was say otimi bo ne homodin na o move ko a team a ebetimi ama ne mu ayedu o ma compete at the highest level say o see a kind of ma West Ham no disrespect to West Ham on expect West Ham say West Ham be compete or Premier League nim on expect West Ham so be compete or UEFA Champions League nim by sa level na bit me pushing Mohamed Kudus enti say Mohamed Kudus etimi free even West Ham aba Chelsea fa ne say transfer ya be Mohamed Kudus aya linking it to Chelsea we free West Ham akwa Chelsea in the Premier League so when timi anje kra na ye come on bit ma compete for untimi ni Chelsea
in Chelsea be Champions
Chelsea say about Champions League and playing at that level a position we enti say when your numbers no ebeka ho na eboa
you know ya dream say very unfortunate to say 2025 Ghana your best player and I say a player of biggest club Arsenal what I say and I'll be for baby
say Patina
and because Arsenal and for baby
Patina was
so it's sad it's a conversation we all need to have say your Black Stars place now say almost starting big club what I say Michael Essien played for Chelsea Madrid Sule Muntari Inter AC what I say Kevin Brave Stephen Appiah Juventus
yes
what is happening now then all of a sudden and they cry you see a place in the Bobo you want to mean Bobby Clubby
and a hard dream pa
and Kwaku here be here pa say could be making a move away from West Ham now and I say with no disrespect to West Ham team no say ohe ball Kudus abodi ama West Ham season ye twem and the previous one was way better than the season ye twem and after last season and in the just ended season but even with that Kudus numbers not any bad sir getting around 5 goals and 3 assists. It wasn't bad. Just per what he did in the first season with West Ham, no, not expectations and I was so. But I believe the kind of football our body am West Ham. Any performance I am free or West Ham. Senka Chelsea. Aye di hun komo and o masa performance ne wo hono mo a anka di Kudus be kosoro e dia chance de ye hu o West Ham yi enti e very important say o ye footballer ubenya a bigger club and so abo na apeja o elevate you status no e dey do a certain level when we are talking about players, when we are talking about performance, when we are talking about quality. They be ampenifo ka say e domini sadio so ntakrache and so ubenya sa ntakrache na it depending on baby a wo gina. Yes, there have been Chelsea players at this season. Modern was through. Yes, but comparatively, Ebianka performance na Kudus de ma West Ham no. Chelsea no de ma ya. Anka ni dini ba cost ratchet Chelsea players ni bi.
Yeah.
But we talk about them because omo Chelsea. Aside no. Say Chelsea get you closer to winning trophies. I was so the chain West Ham United bebre. And the nyina ye be jatum. Say Chelsea no, ye season nasia. At least say a Champions League, a league, FA Cup, whatever time of trophy, Chelsea are competing for. No. Chelsea one of those favorites. And so our tournament and as a trophy be competing for mu. And I believe that you players in these bigger moves are what we bet me up one elevate to almost status and so our football.
And Kwakunim me pretty sure say Mohamed Kudus enim Sadiwi. That's the reason why he say Mohamed Kudus were movie about Roof Agency.
Yeah.
Roof Agency one of the biggest agency abenya wo ewiase.
Yeah.
Hona Kai Havertz mo Ademola Lookman mo. Big agency. Enka ni no Supernova. Jennifer hono. Obano. And he say we movie about Roof. So definitely Mohamed Kudus him say obetime nya sa big teams na. Enye ne modern monko a agent any links are omo because you will players bebre wo ho a enye modern bo na di omo bo sa top teams no. Players bebre wo ho a enyo modern bo sa idea no okoba yan tintinti an okoma Manchester United.
Why?
Oh wabo teams akesi. Chupomotin. We teams akesi awabo. Chupomotin. Wabo teams akesi sa. Oti ase. Don't say obi to say Andre mo.
Dede.
Are you family no? One more agency no.
Oh, solid agency.
Someone more Wasserman.
And we crying me one say Jordan Bessan so
movie. Because of omo agency ne kuro.
Exactly.
Omo timi enya teams ne bo.
Where Joao Felix from?
Joao Felix. Joao Felix. Teams are obo. Because of Jorge Mendes. And he say Kudus ehun sa de we ode ne ho akobo Roof Agency me sure say omo so betime bie kwan bi de ama Mohamed Kudus because kwaku edwuma ewiase abrabo mpokra ebo no ubetima ye edwuma bebre onwa obi anim se o ye edwuma pa ba wenya onsa bi ampagya wa obeye edwuma sa ye hu
no correct me no ya
football mu nsa no ana ye agent a wo links no so me hu ne say you players ne so no omon try na omon for omon enko big agency
me no ya Ghana players na nkasa monye serious they need to start moving monko bigger clubs what I say by performance yeah say they be discuss African best sa ye Ghana players it's sad
talent wa how
kwame
talent e cry
your players Ghana dey say your talent
cry en easy
your talent but why na so nsadu akọ
anani asem
so what says hadin say you were nesnuama solid guy
very good player.
What says otimu sakura ni what talent
very good player
that is say you boy your players individually they have good
because
talent
because transfers are ye bi nyina no on say dan take Ghanaian players are
Semenyo Dina
abaka on say say mbokra na asa perform because sankedim say Semenyo ne Manchester ye link sa aba ye say no abafom Mbuemu na say form na yi say
omokofa kunya ni mbuemu
ana yi say oti ase Liverpool ye linki Semenyo ye hu di akwa
na kwam ye
Arsenal so the same
kunya deal say left-footed player or Katsi ini sa deal e Kudus deal ana meboa
yeah
ana kunya e fan say Mbuemu assign ho aba be because Mbuemu di un say Mbuemu left footed da ono so cut it say ti sa na ma 10-8 roll no enka ye Kudus so
na wa team Manchester City pe obi obeka so ye attacking midfielder playmaker bi say sanka Kudus e betimi e won sanka by this time anka City na straight
be say Black Stars supplies na dey mo boss B class C class teams nko
ana you will be more also so mu teams akese by league na omo bɔ no ntino ye hu omo obi ti say Salisu e wo Monaco o ti ase
B class of one
o say Monaco a top team
but kwa me say ye top team ayenim ye top teams na
they make onya be patch say wo bi mu wo ho omo bɔ top teams. By league now, mo
I agree. Ademola Lookman, the team said that nyekesi, but Atlanta competed in Europe. Europa. And the man ni muye do ono so de beji Africa.
Onse anka Ademola Lookman anka yese Italian Serie A anka emunye duba obe compete wo Europe no. And the good news is say Salis Musa qualify for UEFA Champions League Monaco. So you be who say this season kwe wo mo Barcelona crab boy. Anti sa baby abebo ne tournaments so abebo no. Si ehu omo Champions League ni Europa mo no mo ko menim a eboa me players ne so no marketing wise yetimi hu omo rich no etimi emutimi bie. So in as much as ye teams akese no competitions ne so no enso hu hia. Se ubo team kese mpokura na ye mu a big stage na ha adwen enti yen try say baby a so ebebo no say Champions League omo ko manim Europa League omo ko manim eboa me players na ehu omo
enti transfers no kwame mu obebre anadwi niama dane pa anadwi enti ebebo transfers no ho common of course